YouTube is changing. Susan Wojcicki, the CEO of YouTube, is stepping down. People are celebrating the news since there's been some questionable decisions made while YouTube was under Susan's leadership. Some things were not working out like they were supposed to, and a handful of unpopular decisions soured some people's opinions of Susan. One major issue was the removal of the dislike button. No one wanted it gone, cause now you couldn't tell if the video was good or not.
YouTube's new policy for limiting ads is if you have any profanity within the first 8 to 15 seconds of a video, then the advertising revenue will be limited. So just wait a few seconds here. That's the dumbest fucking shit I've ever heard. Anyway, hey YouTube.
Yeah?
How about all the channels you support with ads that spew hate speech regularly?
Did they say a no word in the first 15 seconds?
I guess not.
Then that's fine.
If you looked at the bottom of a YouTube video now, all you'd see are likes, as if everyone liked the video. No one could make fun of the YouTube video's like and dislike ratio anymore. Now, the dislike button isn't really a big deal. Most people watch the content before making a decision about whether it's good or bad, but having the dislike button staring back at you below every YouTube video when it's not even functional made everyone mad. Besides, what was the point of taking away something that didn't do any harm? If people want to click on the dislike button to tell everyone, yeah, I hate this video, I want to dislike it, then let them do it. So why was the dislike button removed? YouTube gave a reason that the dislike button was harming small creators because a lot of viewers were going to small channels and dislike bombing the videos.
If you do remove the number right next to the actual dislike the button per se, it does remove some of the incentive for the behavior of people swarming and sort of the disliking a particular video as a swarm activity as opposed to sort of an individual action.
But not many people bought the explanation. That's one reason why people hate the ex-CEO of YouTube, Susan Wojcicki. There were other problems at YouTube while Susan was at the helm, like the inconsistent content moderation policies. Sometimes the policies were wrongly enforced, sometimes they were not enforced. There was an incident where someone tried getting YouTube to remove their videos demonetization, saying he only included clips of his past YouTube videos which were already safely monetized, only for YouTube to take a U-turn and demonetize a bunch of his old YouTube videos. It set up the precedent where if you complain about the problems happening to your YouTube channel, you might get your old videos demonetized because YouTube might have seen some content on your channel that their systems forgot to moderate and they'll retroactively demonetize those videos. There's also the current meta on YouTube where if YouTube's policies are wrongly enforced on your channel, one of the only ways to get it fixed is if you make a fuss on Twitter. If YouTube's teams aren't responding properly, YouTubers usually make a fuss about it on Twitter and hope the YouTube moderation team sees it and fixes their issue. Small creators often don't get noticed if they make a fuss. That means only the big YouTubers on the platform get to have their problems on YouTube fixed, while everyone else who doesn't have a big following gets screwed. It's not ideal. Honestly, I don't think Susan is to blame for all the things that happen at YouTube, but she is still partially responsible. Susan Wojcicki has been responsible for YouTube for so long that she takes credit if something goes well, and if things go south, well, she takes the fall. She's clearly not the one who does the coding, but her job is to steer the ship, and her main job is to tell everyone what to aim for, and the managers in YouTube will take care of executing the rest. While Susan shouldn't be held responsible for everything wrong with YouTube, she has been given many chances to help fix the platform. It's always nice to see a CEO talking with YouTube's creators and asking for their feedback. CEOs rarely do that, and Susan is great for taking time out to speak with YouTube's creators, which make the platform's money for them. The thing is, while Susan is willing to listen to a YouTuber's concern on the platform, she won't always listen to the advice or feedback she's given, and trust me, she's been given a lot of advice on how to fix the platform. There's plenty of memes celebrating Susan stepping down from YouTube's CEO position. Now, a lot of people are celebrating Susan leaving YouTube because of the bad decisions she took the fall for. People think the new YouTube CEO won't do silly things like removing the dislike button and that he'll help improve the platform, and they might be wrong. Things on YouTube could get worse because the person replacing Susan will be this guy, Neil Mohan. Now, Neil isn't just some guy from another company. He's been working on YouTube for a long time now. He's been with Google for 15 years, so he's a veteran there. He is currently YouTube's Chief Product Officer. Neil was actually responsible for launching services like YouTube TV, YouTube Music, Music, YouTube Premium subscriptions, and also YouTube Shorts. So he has a ton of experience working in YouTube under his belt. The problem is, not all the services that Neil helped launch are popular with users, and he was the guy who removed the dislike button, so that's a big oof. This was also the same guy who wanted to add NFTs onto YouTube, which no one actually wanted. He basically wanted to start selling NFTs on YouTube to cater to a small group of people. Hopefully, now the crypto craze and NFTs have died down, he won't try to bring NFTs onto the platform. If there was one change the new CEO could do to make everyone like him instantly, it would be reinstating the dislike button, which probably won't happen since he's the one who supported it. One can hope. I doubt Neil will cause too many problems, but I could be wrong. Now, there's no real reason forcing Susan Wojcicki to retire. She's been working at Google for 25 years. There's some conspiracy theories saying Susan was leaving because of the Gonzalez versus Google court case, which if Google loses, it could harm YouTube and its CEO. Google is being sued because it recommended terrorist content, which radicalized some viewers. While that is a concern that YouTube needs to fix, it's not really the reason why Susan is stepping down. Susan was employee number 16, while Larry and Sergey were still operating Google Search from a garage. That was Susan's parents' garage they were operating out of. The point is, Susan has been at Google for a long time now. She has a lot of sway at Google. She's done all she can do at the company, and there hasn't been any controversy forcing her out of YouTube. Susan just decided to retire, and can you blame her? She's done her time at the company. She has a $765 million net worth. Well, according to Forbes in 2022, she doesn't need to work anymore. So it's not surprising if she wants to spend more time with her family and whatever else she wants to do. Having said all of that, Susan won't be leaving the company completely. Google CEO made arrangements with her, so Susan will stick around Google on an advisory basis. So she still has some say on what will happen on the platform. She just won't be the one who has the final say. Thank you for watching, like and subscribe.